Taylor, how are you, man?
What's up, man? I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. I got to say, man, the best thing is whenever these interviews do come about, it's first off, it's an absolute honor and pleasure, and also because it gives me an opportunity. This part will stay out, and I'll keep this as brief as possible. I got you to thank for a job I got one time,
Really?
and the reason why was because this is years ago. It was part of a meet and greet when you were with FGL, and we were just having a nice conversation, just shooting the gab and whatnot. And a program director of a radio station was there and saw the interaction I had with you. And then she offered me a job because she was so impressed with how conversational we were together. So I had you to
That's
thank.
awesome. Let's go. I love to
Yeah,
hear
man.
that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
super
So I
cool.
just, I hope you know that even just a short conversation like that can actually end up winding a guy like myself a job. So thanks, man. I
Man, let's
appreciate it.
go. I
Right
love
on, man.
that. Thanks for telling me.
All right, brother. So let's just jump right into this right now. First and foremost, congratulations. I mean, 5'9" is a massive hit. Dancing in the Country, a massive hit. Just releasing a new radio single back then, right now. You came out of the gates swinging with your solo career. Two number ones already here in Canada. I mean, is right now your thought is shoot, the bar is way higher than I thought it was going to be, or is this exactly where you and the team thought you should be?
It's I would say it's building as we expected and hoped. You just never know, coming into this thing. There is that leap of faith you got to kind of take at some point and just dive off and take a chance and do it. So yeah, to have a couple number ones under my belt already, it's really kind of taking the pressure off and allowed me to just, accept that, hey, man, the fans are still here for me. Country radio is still supporting and still showing me love. So it just it means a ton, and I would say I'm more inspired than ever, and it's kind of reignited my creative energy, if you will, and I'm in a great place, man.
I don't want to harp too much, obviously, on the past there, but is there a little bit more of a sense of freedom knowing that in this case right now, writing a song like a 5'9", you don't really have to go through too many channels. It's like, hey guys, this is a song I like right now. It's written out. We're doing this.
I mean, ultimately, yeah, I still really lean on my team quite a bit, my managers to make sure I'm making wise choices. But for the most part, yeah, stepping into the solo journey now and getting to ultimately make the choices and dictate my future as much as possible. I know we think we're in control a lot more than we actually are, but you get what I'm saying. There is a lot of freedom in that. There's a lot of you know, just getting to connect with the fans on there's a lot of individuality, I should say, that's really cool. And I think that's something that BK and I both needed and are excited about getting to connect with the fans on that level, and get to share our stories and get to rebuild, even getting to go back and play some of these smaller venues, these smaller clubs, reconnect with the fans. Um, you know, it goes by fast, and next time I'm coming through it probably won't be this way. So I've really been reminded to be really grateful and soak up every minute of these building uh months and years.
That was kind of the fun thing, actually, even just again doing the smaller venues. And we know we only have a short amount of time for you doing the shorter venues. That's why when it was announced, so the rep that you have here in Canada, she's like, "Yep, it's going to be McEwen Hall, October 13th." And there was a moment of just like, "You said McEwen Hall, right? Not because Scotiabank Arena." Are you sure? She goes, "Yep." He wants to start small and work his way up. So the second it was announced, we had people call into the radio station here like, "How do I get tickets?" I'm like, just buy them. It's like
Hurry
because
up. Yeah.
people were like in disbelief the fact that you're doing a smaller venue and obviously like this is not like a fall from grace whatsoever. Was it more your like you and the team and whatnot who said like we're starting from scratch, we're starting small, and then we're kind of working our way back up, or what happened there?
Yeah, it was essentially my decision I played a few smaller clubs over the last year, and me and the band, we just got done. We're like, dude, that was so much fun. Like, I really want to play some more of these before we are before we outgrow these venues. So we've really just tried to make the most of this year and next year, anytime we can, just get in these clubs and I mean, that's where we fell in love with playing live music the first time. And so to be able to go back, it makes sense to do them and to rebuild it the way I did the first time. Um, in these intimate rooms with the passionate fans and letting that energy fuel us. It's really incredible.
A quick rumor that I did hear: is it true that so the song 5'9", is it true your wife is actually 5'8"?
She's actually 5'10".
Oh,
So
okay. My bad.
so yeah, I did miss it by by an inch or so, but she forgave me.
That's good. Actually, well, my wife's 5'9", so she just says that you wrote the song
There
for
you
her.
go.
That's good.
Perfect.
Yeah, thanks, man. Dancing in the Country, by the way. So one quote that you actually have, and I really, really enjoyed it, was when you were saying, Dancing in the Country is usually one of the songs we end with. And I still find myself humming the song, even though the show is done, like kind of like going back to the hotel or whatever the case may be. I mean, when was the last time you really had that much love for a song that when you're done performing it, you're still humming it, like even though you're backstage?
I don't even know if it's like a definitive love for the song. I mean, I definitely love Dancing in the Country and 5'9" and all the songs in the set. But I think it's because it's the last song. It's just like continuing to play. I'll walk off stage and it's just still playing in my head, and I'll find myself an hour later still singing, and I'm like, wow, I need to go listen to something else. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just sort of part of it. But it's definitely a fun one that's sticky, if you will.
As soon as we actually did play or first started playing that song here, a lot of people were like, "This is one of the catchier songs we've heard, just in general, in such a long time." Let's talk for a second here, also, because I only have you for a little bit of time there, Tyler. And again, I certainly appreciate it. But the Canadian connection that you do have here, so it's not just the tour dates that you have coming up here, which include like Edmonton and Calgary and Saskatoon and all that. You performed the Grey Cup halftime show last year, so it was you, Jordan Davis, and Josh Ross. The team comes to you and says, like me in particular, I'm a massive football fan. When they come to you and saying, "Hey, it's the CFL Grey Cup halftime show," is that your case of being like, let's go grab some new fans, or is this the what now? What the heck's the Grey Cup? Like what was it like to get the announcer you're going to be the one open or halftime show?
Well, it was cool. I mean, I had to go do a little research to make sure I knew what I was talking about, make sure
Sure.
I knew I was but I'm like, you mean a halftime, like a football halftime? Yeah, count me in. That would be awesome. I'm definitely there. And then they told me Jordan and Josh were going to be on the deal, and I'm like, yeah, I love those guys. Let's go do it. So that was an awesome experience. Pretty cold experience, but regardless, we stayed warm. We had a good time, and it was sort of that little taste of Canada, and it got me excited for coming back.
Or just on the nose of a taste of anything like that. So I will say this: one of the biggest things I'm a little bit upset about is the fact that Old Camp whiskey was off the shelves there, but we won't get into that too much because I did enjoy that was years ago, but I did enjoy myself with that. So thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, man. So we'll go with this right here. We're going to wrap things up because obviously I know the people keep on going over here. McEwen Hall is a concert. It's October 13th. You'll be performing there. And man, if there's anything right now, again, this is not your first time in Canada. You were actually here just last year during Country Thunder here in Calgary. What is something that we can tell the fans right now, the listeners of the station, the exciting thing that's going to be Tyler Hubbard solo tour, small venue, last time we can do it? What's one thing you want to tell everybody?
Man, I just want to tell everybody to get your tickets if it's not sold out yet. Get your tickets while you can, because it's going to be a cool, unique one night experience. And unfortunately, I won't probably be able to come back and play these venues. So and that was the goal. I wanted to come in and play some special, unique shows that left everybody wanting more, and some very memorable nights. So that's what it's going to be. I can't wait to come hang out. If you don't have your tickets, make sure you get them, and we'll see you there.
All right, one more time, Tyler Hubbard. Appreciate it, brother. It's McEwen Hall, October 13th, right here in Calgary. Man, we'll see you then.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey,
See you
take
soon.
care, brother. Good to talk to you.
Peace.